such a great honor that she was able to make time for us today. So she graduated Bachelor's of Law and passed the bar exam, hence having the right to be called as an attorney. She also filed her candidacy for the upcoming 2022 elections as councilor of Quezon City, and she is not only a great politician but also a competent lawyer. So let us warmly welcome Attorney Jing Liban. Hello po once again. Good afternoon.
Hello, thank you for the warm welcome.
Good evening po, ma'am. It is a truly honor to have this conversation with you. By the way po, we are first year BS Accountancy student. We're from Far Eastern University, and we are doing this report for our leadership and decision making subject po.
Yeah, okay.
I know we had some difficulties po finding the perfect time to pursue this interview, and despite your busy schedule, we are beyond grateful you are here today. We were truly excited and we were looking forward to this day, hence we prepared some questions that the whole FEU community thrills to know about leadership. So are you ready po?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's begin po. Thank you.
So the first question is, as students who aspire to become a leader someday and as someone who looks up to people who serve the country, we would like to know what inspired Attorney Jing Liban to become someone she is today.
Okay. Thank you for your question. Actually, since my family has been in public service ever since we were young. I don't know if you are familiar with former Congressman Dante Liban. And so when he started out in politics, we were very young. And I'm the eldest. So even during in school, high school and elementary, I've always assumed leadership positions. And so, and I would always get sent to leadership training seminars, and, I would be the delegate. So it was very second nature to me to go into public service right now. Diba? And so, parang leadership is not not foreign to me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Ask
So,
you,
po,
what do you think is the essence of leadership?
The essence of leadership, parang pang Miss Universe question yan. The essence of leadership. Leadership, I think, is really looking beyond yourself, your self-interest, your motivations, and putting others' welfare and the team that you're the leader of, putting the welfare of the team or the success of the team first. And, to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower also. Diba? You have to learn both. Because when somebody else is at the helm, right, they often rely on the members of the team. And you are only as good as the members of your team. So if you're creating a team, you have to pick them carefully. Like I said, diba? You what's the word? You screen for character, you screen for qualifications and all that. So the essence of leadership really is to not only to motivate and inspire the team, the members of the team, but also to empower them to be able to achieve the bigger goal of the team. So there.
So you have shared your experiences as being an HR, then transitioning to becoming a lawyer, and now you are now running as counselor. So as someone who is the head of numerous things, how do you handle your subordinates? And can you give us some tips on how to become a better follower and a leader?
Yeah, okay. Well, good faith. I would say good faith. Okay, because when you're a leader, you have You cannot micromanage. Well, other leaders do that, but it's not very effective. There has to be a certain trust that each member of the team, when you delegate something, that they will, pull through and they will actually get the job done. Because if you're the kind of leader that micromanages, it's on the part of the follower, it's very, how do you say it? Disheartening, disappointing, diba? Because parang you weren't trusted enough that you could do this certain thing that was entrusted to you. So that's how you treat your subordinates. You treat them as somebody who has already done the job. So you give your confidence to them, your trust and confidence. So this motivates them to perform at their best, diba? And that will redound to the benefit of the whole team. So I guess, and number two, whenever I lead a team, it cannot be avoided that sometimes there is infighting. Merong pabibo dyan, di ba? Especially sumisip-sip sa pinaka-leader. When I tell them, especially when we have a very particular goal in mind, right? Like when I was in HR, I was telling my team was around 30. I think we were 30 or 40 in HR. I headed that. And at first, because of the culture that was already there when I entered, ang daming sip-sip, pabibo, yung ganyan, na chismis, yung ka-teammate niya, yung ganyan. And I told them straight out that, we cannot be successful if, we're going to be like crabs, pulling each other down. And if somebody does that, hindi lang yun minus points sa taong pinupull down niya, di ba? Pero minus points rin yun sa taong nagpapabibo. You get what I'm saying? Because we have to lift each other up, not pull each other down. That's never constructive. That will not help the team. So, that's very important. You have to lift each other up. Kung nagkulang yung isang member, isang teammate, check what can you do to support your teammate so that she or he can do the job properly. Ganun lang yun. Diba? Kasi it goes up to the kung sino yung pinaka-leader na may command responsibility na syempre, kailangan niya, that goes to character. The leader has to have command responsibility. Diba? So, they will check the members if they are receiving adequate support, adequate coaching, diba? If kailangan. So, para at the end, everybody did their best, diba? And there's no finger pointing, blaming, ganyan. So that's one challenge of being a leader. You have to, because there are different personalities involved. And, may iba mas matampuhin sa iba, diba? Yung iba kailangan, kung yung style niya of delivering, okay, is, kasi iba-iba yung style. Merong ibang last minute, pero yes, ang galing-galing. Kahit na last minute niya gagawin. Crammer, di ba? May iba na take your time, they pace. You have to also be, as a leader, you have to be aware of that. You cannot put everybody in the same slot, in the same box. So, you need to be attuned to the group dynamic and to the personal dynamic of your team. So, those are the tips.
So thank you po ma'am. That tip is really helpful for us. We are also aspiring to become leaders soon. And also another question is what importance do authority and power give?
Well, authority, once you're in a position of leadership, diba? You have that authority to do certain things. And this is important in the sense that, you are allowed to do these things. It gives you a semblance of what you can do, what you can actually do. And it also serves as a limit on what you cannot do. Diba? Kaya nga parang in legal terms, na parang kung kunyari, this person, that's why meron tayong certiorari, diba, na may mga grave abuse of authority, diba? I don't know if you've heard of it, that if there is somebody who went beyond his authority, pwedeng siyang kasuhan, diba? I-appeal yung kaso hanggang dumating sa Supreme Court. And this is the thing of having well-defined authority. You know where the bounds are, what you can do and what you cannot do, diba? But when you talk about authority as a leader, well, that depends on how you are perceived, diba? Because as a leader, you should have moral authority over the followers. Otherwise, if they cannot believe in what you're saying because you do not walk the walk or walk the talk rather, then what kind of moral authority will you have as a leader? They won't follow you, diba? Or they may be obliged to follow you because depende sa setup, diba? If it's purely voluntarily, they're not obliged to follow you. If the leader is a leader at work, then as a subordinate, they are obliged to follow you. But will the respect, will the love be there? It's very hard. So the authority goes both ways. That for the leader, it's a boundary, a limitation on what he can or he cannot do, diba? And yung moral authority, when you talk about that, that's the your sphere of influence over your followers, whether you will be believed, you will be not be believed, or diba? And that well, power would be synonymous with that, authority and power, diba? The power to do what? The power to do this, that. So I don't know if I answered your question. Can you repeat the question again?
The question is, what is the importance or essence?
The
to
important.
authority?
Yeah. So yes, I answered it. Because without the authority, somebody could abuse, diba? The position, the powers that's given in that particular position. And so it serves as a check and balance on the leader and the followers, diba? They know hanggang saan yung authority niya. They know kung nag-exceed siya ng authority niya, na bakit niya ginagawa yun? Hindi naman niya, di ba, mandato. Ganon.
So relating to the previous questions, what's the best way followers see leaders and how do leaders see and treat their followers?
Yeah, I think I answered that already kanina, di ba? Na it should be, it's a bilateral relationship, really. If you want to be a good leader, you have to have sway over your followers. Diba? You have to learn to empower them, to make them feel good that they are in whatever project that is, and they want to contribute. Hindi sapilitan. Because sila mismo, yung standards nila, wait, we have to reach this. Yung mataas yung standards nila, yung expectations nila sa output ng group. Diba? So, the leader should be somebody who can, number one, inspire and motivate and empower the followers. Now, the followers, having been so inspired and motivated, then they should do their best to support the objectives of the group so that everybody is successful. It's win-win, diba? Nobody loses. So that's the importance of, that leader-follower dynamic.
Okay, so since you've become or you've been a leader for some quite time already, and I guess you've already answered the question of becoming an effective leader. Therefore, our question for today is, how can you say that you yourself is effective as a leader?
Well, parang like this, like in college, I was president of the UP CMC Broadcasting Association, and I think I am the only, well, aside from one other that I know of, the only one that has been elected president twice. And I think that is a thumbs up that my leadership skills were effective. And let's say in the call center, right? I had my team. You know what? I'm very happy that members of my team, those I've mentored and coached, they're now what superstars in HR, and they never forget to thank me. That because of how they learned under me, and how I've mentored them, they're always grateful. Grateful for that, and yeah, they say it in Facebook posts, and nakakatuwa, di ba? And I think that is an affirmation that the kind of leadership that I've shown them works and help them.
Before we end, can we ask what words of encouragement can you leave to the students who are currently experiencing burnout and loss of inspiration with their studies?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, mahirap kasi 'di ba pandemic, and then this online online classes, it's different from face to face, when even if the subject matter is hard, if you're there with your classmates joking around, it sort of lessens the stress levels, 'di ba? So, right now, to inspire to become leaders, in this setup, it's just you have to take the bull by the horns, so to speak. Diba? If you want to get something done, learn how to persuade and not force. Diba? Learn how to inspire, so that the people that you want to get on board with your idea, they do so voluntarily. Diba? And right now, I suggest that being students right now, diba, observe and learn. And especially your peers. If you want to lead them, number one, don't be afraid to stand up, because there are some, they think that taking the forefront, diba, the stage, being the frontliner, yung ba nahihiya ako, ganyan, pero actually, if that person is very attuned to what other people want, what they want to happen, the others will be grateful that you took that step, and to lead them, diba? To rouse them, because sometimes it only takes one person to generate an idea, and andyan na, bandwagon na, everybody will follow because they think that idea is great, but you won't know that unless you take that first step and put that idea out there. And it takes a leader to do that, to get over that, to get over the insecurities that, oh no, I will not have support, diba? Ganyan. So those are the things that you have to battle within yourself first, before presenting yourself to be a leader.
As much as we hate it, Paul, we know you still have other appointments ahead of this day. So, as we end, what words of wisdom can you say to anyone who aspires to become a leader and aspires to have a seat in politics one day?
Yeah, I think that's what I just said. But anyway, since we're ending, I'd like to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity. And I hope that my experiences will help you and motivate you to become leaders in your own right. And I wish you the best of luck for all your endeavors. Yeah, and I hope all of you graduate. Diba, first year pa lang kayo? Yes, continue your schooling, because that is the path to progress. And it is a very good foundation for wherever you will find, whatever field you will find yourselves in. So thank you and good luck.
So wow, I myself was inspired to continue striving, because your words are something that we will always remember and we will always hold on as we continue our journey. And not only that, we've truly learned so much about how genuine of a person and a leader you are. And we're truly honored and grateful to be imparted of your knowledge about the essence of leadership. And for that, thank you so much. Attorney Jing Liban, for coming today
Thank
and for
you.
giving us the chance to speak with you and inspiring not only the whole FEU community, but everyone who will watch this interview.
Okay, thank you so much. Also, I'm very honored that you guested me here